Hi, Diana, how are you?
Hello.
Okay. Okay, last time we talked about table and phone design. We actually get started from phone design. So we are trying to show you different components of the pages. So we show you this is a different example. This is last year's example. So we are trying to show you how to add the input boxes and how to add the radio buttons. Last week we're up to here, okay? So this week we'll continue to add the checklist and then pull down menu and then selection options. These are different components in the page and then comments, text area, okay? And then before we do that, actually last week we also provide you a smaller program that is doing addition. So this one basically just show you like there is a label, there's an input box label, input box submit, and then you get the output right here. Okay, so this one actually is a basically is a it actually is a page for addition. Okay, and this program is pretty simple. Let's look at this program again. So this program is pretty simple. This addition program is very simple. It basically has, let's go back. So it has a header and then icon for link style. Okay, these are standard. And then you have a body, and this body you do have a field set, and the field set you have a label and a input, a label and an input. So the label is the X label, input is the box after it, label and the input box after it. And then lower part is a button. So button, when you click the button, this box will sum up with this box. And then you write to the panel, the messaging panel there. Okay. You write to the messaging panel there. So this one, it actually, when you click it, the Xbox will get a string and then you pass it into an integer, and then Y box will also get a string. You will actually pass it to an integer, and then you sum up the result and then write on the page. Okay, so this one is what we have for the addition. So this one you can do 3, 4, and then submit, and then the results here it will be okay. So before we move on to continue our pages, let's go back. So right here, let's go to the o.org lab. Okay, I'm going to show you the same kind of addition page on the this on here. Okay, so let's create a new app lab. Okay, so this one, let's actually call it rename. Let's call it addition. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Windows very strange. Every time I hit the wrong button, right, it will go to some wrong page. So here I change the name for the project. So this one becomes save. Okay. So this one is similar to your Turtle environment, but I'm going to show you how to design a page using this one. Okay. And soon you will come into the Unum file and it will also teach you to do it. So before we do that, let's look at this addition page, how to design it. So there is a call, there is a design. So design is for HTML, call is for the JavaScript. Okay, so these two, and data is for SQL. So data usually is actually more advanced. So don't worry about it. First, you need to do design. So design right here, you have screen number 1. So screen number 1, let's actually put a label over there. Okay, so this label, you can change the text for the label. Let's change it to X colon. And then let's change the font to be 28. Okay, so this is the label of X. Then I will also would like to create a label for Y. So let's actually create a label for Y. So this label for Y, let's have the 28 for Y. Okay. And then this one, let me actually change this text to Y colon. Okay, so there's a label for X, there's a label for Y. Then I actually put a input over here, a text input for Y over here. Okay, so this one is a screen number 1. Okay, screen number 1. So now I would like to create a new screen. So it's called screen number 2. Okay, so it's screen number 2. And then I'm going to go back to the screen number 1. So screen number 1 here, you have the XY. Okay, and then you have the screen number 2 is actually empty right now. So 2 pages. Okay, 2 pages. So going back to the screen number 1. Now I'm going to click this input box. So this input box, I'm going to go down and then go to the button. Let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. This input box, I'm going to click on the event. And then here, I'm going to trigger when text input lose focus. Trigger immediately every time the text input change. Okay, so right here, I'm going to insert and show code. So insert and show code right here, it actually would have, you created a an event input, and then there's a function. Okay, so here that's actually, you will actually get text. Get text, you will get the text from this box. So the text, get text from that box. And then you will do console log. So you print out on the console log right here. Okay, so that's the first box we have. Let's go back to the design. So this one is for text input number 1. Let's actually click on check text input number 2. So this number 2, same thing, let's insert new code. So you will also do the same thing. You will click for the input and you will actually get text and text number 1 and text number 2. So let's have this 2 text input design and with this page right now. Okay, so this one is similar to our addition page. Okay, so these 2, but I haven't do the 18 yet. So right now we have these 2, and then this is 2 click operation. So let's run it. So when we run it right here, let's put in 3. So when you hit the 3, the console log would text out 3 right here using the get text, and then there's a text input current text of the 3 here. It's okay?
Yeah.
And then if I go here to be 4, then I would have a text over 4 because I click the text input number 2. So this is how the system been working. Okay. So now these 2 numbers are really too small. So I'm going to click the design, click this one. I'm going to go to this property. So this property, I will put a placeholder of the 0, the default value of the 0. And then the font 13 is too small. I'm going to also change it to 28. This Y, the font is too small also, so I'm going to actually put 28 as well. And I'm going to put a placeholder. Placeholder is the hint value, the default value. When you have no input, you put a 0 there. Okay. So these are the initial value. Sometimes you like to have some initial value, sometimes you don't. In this case, because we're doing addition, so we like to put some default value. Okay. So that the default value you put in, and then font I change it to 28. Okay, font I change it to 28, make it bigger. Now I'm going to do the addition. So doing addition right here, I'm going to go back to here. Right here, I have 2 events. These 2 events actually is when you click the data right here on change. When you change, this input will do this function. So you change the value right here, this input will change the function right here. Okay, so these are 2 functions you will call. But before the 2 functions you will call right here, you are going to do this. You are going to do, you have variable x equals 0. you have variable y equals 0. Declare two JavaScript variables. So variable, these are variables. Two variables. These are comments. Okay. So x equals 0, y equals 0. Now here I do console log, and then I will get here I will get a input for text one. So I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to put it in before this console log. I'm going to create a variable as a string number one. Let's call it string x. So string x will be equal to this get text. So get text, you will get some text, and the text will be converted to the SX. So I'm going to get the string, then I will have the x. So this x will be parse integer of the SX. So convert the string to a variable integer to the x. And then right here, this is a console log. I'm going to change this console log to x. X value would be x. Okay. Right here, I'm going to do the similar thing for y as well. So here I'm going to do variable sy equals, let me cut this get text from here. So get text will get a text when it has a change from the box. Okay, and then that's actually a y string. So y string is called sy, and I'm going to convert it to integer using pass integer, and then convert it to sy. So here I'm going to console log. Here let's actually change it to y. Okay. Okay, so you have this sy. You have this exchange. You console log x, and you also console log y. After that, you do this. You actually also do console log. X plus y equals, and then plus x plus y. Okay, so this one you console log the output of the x plus y to the x plus y. Okay, so let's do it here. Okay, and let's see here. Let's see. Okay, now, so these are your console log output for the xy. So that's actually up to here. Okay, up to here. Now let's run it. So we will run it here. I'm going to put a 3 here. I'm going to put a 4 here. So actually, when you hit a 3 and 4, the x plus y actually changed. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, and then now I'm going to try to write to the screen number 2, because I have screen number 2 that I'll write some data over there. So I'm going to write here. I'm going to use set screen. So that's actually I'm not only change the data. I'm going to do set screen. Okay, so I'm going to change this set screen to screen number 2. Okay, so same thing. This one I also will. When y change, I will also do set screen. So here I'm going to change it to set screen number 2. Okay. So now I have this set screen number 2. And after I set screen number 2, I'm going to write some data over there. So I'm going to write text. So write text. When I write text, I'm going to write x plus y plus x plus y. Okay, and right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm here, so I'm going to write x plus y equals plus x plus y. Okay, so these are done. And then I'm going to run it again. So right here, I'm going to change it to 3. Okay, you will actually do x plus y here, no problem. And then let's go back, let's actually reset, okay? Here, I'm going to change it a little bit. This one, I'm going to change it to x plus y. Let's change it. I'm missing the equal sign, so I'm going to put the equal sign over there. Okay, let's see. So here we have okay, we have the x plus y. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's actually do the different things. Okay, let's actually do this one. I'm going to change it a little bit. Okay, so these two I'm not going to. I'm going to change it. Let's delete this set screen 2 and right sy. Let's delete it. Let's delete it. Okay, this 2 is not really useful. So I'm deleting the unchanged. So I'm just console log the difference. Now I'm going to go into back to here. I'm going to add a button. Okay, so this button I'm going to change it to submit. Okay, after the submit, I'm going to click on submit, and then right here, I'm going to change the font size to 28. 28 too big. Let's actually do 24. Okay, and then same thing. I click on event. So this is the event. I'm going to change it. Okay, so here it has another event. This event is the when button 1 is clicked. Okay, so when button 1 is clicked, I'm going to sum up your x and y. So I'm going to do right here. I'm going to do change show text. So I'm going to do here. I'm going to put variable sum equals x plus y. Okay, and then I'm going to do set screen 2 right here. So instead of set screen in each of the page, I'm going to set screen. Set screen will change the screen. So here I'm going to do change set screen to screen number 2 right here. So set to screen number 2. And then after you set to the screen number 2, I'm going to write text. So this one, I'm going to write text with x plus y equals plus sum. Okay, so there are 3 events. Event number 1 is that you change the value here, it will actually assign the value to the x. Event number 2 here, you will actually assign the value to y. And then you click the submit. Submit would actually change the value of x plus y to the sum. And then you change it to the screen 2 and then update the output. Okay, let's do it. So now that's run. And then we have 3 and 4 and submit. So here x plus y equals 7. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm showing you right now is this program that I'm doing using the Coda.org is exactly the same as this one. These 2 programs are exactly the same. One I use HTML to write it, one I use Coda.org to write it. Okay, so today we will continue to teach you these different components, and these different components it's actually teaching you this kind of component in Coda.org. Okay, it's a similar stuff. So they do teach you the text area, image, radio button, checkbox. Okay, drop down menu. Drop down menu is the pull down menu for the different inputs. Drop down menu is this one. This one is drop down menu. This one is drop down menu. So okay, those are different things that you will have in here. And then after that, basically will teach you JavaScript, and you will be able to do programming in Coda.org using this at lab. Okay, so right now you are doing the Unit 3. You are doing drawing, all kind of drawing in the in the turtle programming. Then later when you go to Unit 5 will be teaching you how to use this. Okay, how to use this. And we, at the same time, we will teach you the JavaScript as well. So you will start to learn how to design it. Okay, but at this moment, I just show you the first page of getting to input and submit, and then you actually get the output in the screen number 2. Your screen number 1 of this screen number 2, it actually is only for the output. Okay, so this is the program, but right here I can share this project to you. So copy the link for you, and then I put it in your group right here. You should be able to get the code. Okay, my code, you should be able to read the code. Okay, or code.out code, you should be able to read it. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so that's what we will do next few weeks, to go into the JavaScript and help you to do more detailed design in the JavaScript part. Okay, let's go back to our phone. Today we are going to continue. Last time we had the input box, label, and then radio box. Now today we are going to talk about checkbox, checklist, pull down menu, selection box. Okay, these differences. Okay, let's actually do it now. So before we continue, let's actually use the chapter 9. Let's actually look at another one, not this one. Let's look at here. I'm going to open the design for the last year. So the last year design, I'm going to use the Notepad++ to open it. No, I'm sorry. I go to this year's design. I won't go to the last year's design to get an example. So this different HTML, you must write some program to make sure you understand it. Okay, you cannot learn it just by looking at it. It's not that easy. Okay, so must work on some project. Okay, I'm opening it using this Notepad double brush. Okay. Now let's go back to our design. Last time we actually worked on this very Christian high school, and then let's look at the page. So we are calling it the grade report. We are not talking about we are not actually on the student enrollment form this year. So let's open it as well. So that is this year's page. So last time we add in the input box and label. And then today we are going to look at the grade report. So grade report, we are actually going to actually put different field here. So the first one is the checklist. So the checklist is different from the radio box. Radio box is single choice. you are either male or female. When you choose the female, then you cannot choose male. When you choose the male, you cannot be female. So this is single choice. Then the checklist is multiple choice. So you can check multiple of them. Okay. So now let's actually go back to copy from the last year's design. So last year's design, we do have the field set. So here it is academic performance. Let's actually copy. Okay, that's the legend. Legend is the box. So right here, we are going to go into here, our valid question. Right here, we have first one is name, is just student information. Second one is grade report. After grade report, we will put a label. So let's copy a label for it. So this label, let's actually put it right here. So we have a label. So this label, let's put name of the, let's call it a favorite. Subject. So here we would have a checklist, and then that student to choose different favorite subject. So now we will go to the last year's report to get the checkbox. So checkbox right here, you have a whole section of checkbox. So let's copy that. And then let's paste over here. So each one of them has a label. Okay, this favorite label subject, we don't need it, that's deleted. So each one of them, you do have a input box of the math, English, and physics. Okay, and then these three, they are same variable. This is variable called subject. So the name is using subject. It's a same variable. Same variable means that when you do JavaScript, it will be the same variable name called subject. And the value is the subject value. So that's what you should do. So the value can be a string of math, a string of English, or string of physics. Okay. And then right here, you will have a checkbox, and then math ID is math, English, and physics. And then you have the label of this. So now let's just save it. And then look at the page one more time. So let's actually look at the page one more time. So this one, let's actually look at it. So after adding it, you see the favorite subject, we have the math, English, and physics like this. So 3 checkbox and 3 label. These 3 are 3 different label after it. And there's a label before the whole thing that's called the favorite subjects. Okay, is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, now you can choose them. So right now there's nothing being pre-chosen. There's nothing being pre-chosen. So you can check it, and then let's see. Let's go back to here. So right here, you do not have any value being preset. So when you do preset, you can actually have this check value. Let's copy this check value. Let's assume that if I copy this check value and then I put in a math. So after the value, I put the check. If I put a check over there, then what will happen is, let's actually look at the page now. Then the math will be checked. Okay, math will be checked. Math will be checked. Let's redo it again. So default will be checked. If I also copy it for the physics, let me copy one for physics as well. So that's after the physics, let's also have the check. So if you put a check in the input box, and then it will have the default check. So now both math and physics are checked. And you can uncheck them. You can uncheck them later. You can uncheck them. You can also check the one that you want. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is the checklist. So checklist is different from gender. Gender here, this one is radio by button. Radio button, you choose male, the female cannot be choose. You choose the female, male cannot be choose. But favorite subject, you can do multiple choice, choose or unchoose whichever you want to choose. Okay. Now after you chosen them, then your program want to read them back. Okay, your program will want to read them back. So let's actually look at the program read back part. Now let's go down to your main program. So your main program right here, you would have a subject. So you will do variable subject equal document element by name. So the variable name is subject. So let's copy this one. You will get the variable from this checklist. So let's put it after this here. Let's put it over here. Okay, so we will get. Okay, I'm sorry. Here, let's do Control E. No, don't do it here. Okay, let's do after here. Put it over here. Okay, so we'll get the subject button over here. Okay, and then we will get a. We will actually create a new variable. This new variable, let's call it let's call it the subject string. So let's copy the subject string part. Okay, so subject length, subject value. So that's actually put it over here. Okay, let's actually copy it right here. Okay, so that's actually there's a subject, and then subject is an array. Subject because there's multiple objects. So subject is an array. You go through every array to see if the subject button being checked. Okay, being checked. So let's do this. Let's actually don't get it from 0. Let's actually okay, so here you actually do you would actually have this counter I think is not. Let's see, let's actually see why we need to have a counter. Okay, it's okay. So C is the counter counting how many subjects being checked. So each subject you check, if it is checked, if it is checked, then the string will be printed out. Okay, will be printed out. So right here, let's save it. Okay, now let's go back to our page. Okay, and then let's refresh it. So after refresh it, we do have the name, we do have check the math and physics because these are two pre-checked. Let's also check the English. And then let's do submit. So after submit, you see the subject 1, 2, 3 being printed. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So those are 3 subjects being chosen. Let's actually do refresh. So this set to here. Let me check only physics and click. So physics 1, only physics being checked. Okay. So this actually showing you that the input have been input over there. Now I don't like this subject to be before the name and everything. So I'm going to move this subject printing after gender. Okay, I'm going to move it. So let's move it. So this portion, let's actually cut it and then put it after the gender string. Put it over here, okay? This portion of the green part, I think we don't need it. Let's actually delete the whole green part. This originally, I want to have them for reference, but now I don't think we need it. It's very difficult to use. Let me delete them. and then put the curly brace back. Okay. Okay, let me just save and make sure it works. Refresh one more time. Let's actually just check English. Okay, so English, go to the button now. Okay, that's good. So this one is called checklist. So we have the gender, we have the radio button, we have the checklist. So checklist can do multiple check. Okay, now I'm going to going back. So I don't want to pre-check so many. So the pre-check one, I'm going to just check the mass. So I'm going to delete the pre-check for physics. Let me delete it. Okay, only check the mass. Now this one is called radio button. So radio checkbox button. So checkbox button, we are done. Now next one we are going to add the pull down menu now. So right here, let me actually add some extra line. So have a line breaker. After line breaker, I'm going to put my put the pull down menu now. So in order to put the pull down menu, what I want to have is here it has a paragraph of the pull down menu. So we are going to go to this. So let's have a mass grade. Okay, mass grade. So mass grade, you have a paragraph. Inside the paragraph, you have a text of mass grade, and then you have the select option, a select option name called mass grade, and then ID equals mass grade. And the value is A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, F. Okay, so this one is for mass grade. So let's actually put this one back to our code right here. So we do right here, let's actually put this break also for the drop-down menu right here. So you do have a drop-down menu for the mass grade. So let's actually copy this one for 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this actually first one is the mass grade. Second one, let's put it as English grade. This one not here. Let's delete it. So here let's change to this name is actually the variable name. Okay, variable name we have. So it's English grade. So we have mass grade and then English grade. Okay. And then third one, oh, okay, we actually missing the physics grade. So this is physics grade. Let me cut this one. Okay, that I will put it under the English grade. So let me put it over here. So this one, let's change to physics grade. Okay, here I'm going to change to PHY grade. I'm going to change to PHY grade. Now let's actually save it. So this one's grade report. So let's actually look at it now. Let's actually refresh it. So now you have a math grade, English grade, and physics grade. You can do pull down menu to select them. Okay, that part is good, but I think I don't like the extra break. This extra break actually is not good. So I'm going to delete the extra break now. So go back to here. I'm going to delete the extra break. I don't like this one. Let's delete it. Let's delete this one as well. Let's delete this one as well. Okay, let's actually save. Let's actually refresh it. Okay, so the 3 grade now is closer. Okay, and you can choose. Now we are going to read the data back to the program as well. Now let's go back to read the data back. So when you read the data back to the program, your main function right here would have, okay, here you would actually do mask grade and then get mask grade and then get it to a this. Let's copy it. Okay, let's actually do after the session box. So right here, let's actually get the mask grade. So mask grade would be a string. Okay, so you actually get a mask grade and a string. Let's actually print it as well. The printing portion is right here. You are going to print mask grade string. So let's put it over here. Okay, let's delete this one. Okay, so this is three combination is to print the mask. You get an item and then read it as a string and print out a string. So let's copy this one for 3 times as well. For 3 times, the first one, I'm going to change it to English grade. So this one is English grade. And this one you change to English grade string. This one you change to English grade string. Here, let's change to English grade. English grade string. Okay, that's first one that I changed. You also do pass again. You actually change it to physics. So you see this work is very, very tedious. Got to have patience and also try it out by yourself. So that's why final project, I prefer you to use code.org, okay? Using this JavaScript is very, very tedious. Now let's save. Okay, let's actually refresh it. Now we do have this different value. Now let's test it out. So A match, I choose B. English, I choose C. And then this one I choose C. I'm going to do submit. It will have the AAA. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's actually wrong. Okay. Let's see something wrong here. This one. Let's do save. Okay, let's do save. That's actually. Is greater. Let's have the mass greater. Okay, let's actually do it one more time. Let's refresh. How come it's actually print before the? How come you print before the this one? That's actually something wrong. Let's see. This one it actually is after the main function. Oh, it's outside the function. So that's actually, I'm sorry. So this field, let me cut it. Okay. It should be here. It should be here. It should not be outside the function. I'm sorry. This one is cut it. Put it right here. Okay. I actually incidentally put them outside the function. That's why. Okay. Okay. Let's save again. So refresh. Now I choose B, C, D and then submit. Okay, so the grade changed to BCD. So this is so-called pull down menu. Okay, so pull down menu when you do app lab also has that. Okay, so now we actually have the input box, radio button, checklist, pull down menu. Okay, this different one we do have. Now let's go back. Now we want to also have this one called select group. Okay, select group. So you can choose favorite teacher, and then it's a listing, and you can choose the value from here. Okay, so let's go back to here. So favorite teacher, let's look at the favorite teacher. So favorite teacher is right here. It's called selection box using the option of these different teachers ones. It's called scroll down menu. Okay, it's called scroll down menu. So let's copy it. Going back to here, it's also related to teachers. So I'm going to put after the physics grade right here. I'm going to put it over here. This called scroll down menu. There's no D, okay? And then this one, it's the teacher. You can choose multiple of them, and there are options that you can use. So option, Mr. Ariel, Mr. Carol, and Mrs. Erica. Okay, 3 different teacher, and it here choose multiple choice means that you can have multiple favorite teachers. Okay, so here let's actually save it and look at the page one more time. I'm sorry, let's look at this very Christian school. So right here you do have different teacher that you can use. Okay, any questions so far? Hello, any questions so far?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. So right here, there's a
yeah.
problem that it actually, the box right follow it. So I'm going to move it down here. Yeah, question?
No.
Okay, I'm going to move it down there. So after the favorite teacher here, I'm going to add a VR. So the selection menu will move down one line. So let's save it and then refresh it. Okay, so it actually moved down. This is better. Okay, this is actually better. Okay, now let's actually read it to the message panel. So I'm going to read it to the message panel. So right here, let's actually see. In your main program, you are going to get a teacher and then get the element for the teacher. This one you copy, get the element for the teacher. So you are going to, after the subjects and the teachers, favorite teachers, your physics, you are going to put get the teachers, after getting the teachers, what you would do is print out a teacher name. So your teacher name is that you print favorite teacher and then select which one's value for the selected options. So let's copy this part and then put it after the teacher. So teacher is a variable and teachers will have selected options. Each selected option is an array, and this array you would print out all the selected values. So let's see, save. Let's go back to the page. Okay, refresh. So now let's actually select here, select this, select it. Okay, select here and let's choose. So the teacher is Erica. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that is that's called scroll down menu. You can have a scroll down menu to put some input. Now, next one, we are going to add a text area. Okay, text area is sometimes you can put some comment onto it. Okay, so let's see. Text area is like right here. You have a comment and you can type your comments into it. So when teacher will know about your comment, about your text, the report, okay, the comment right there. Now let's see, you want to put the text area into the box. So let's go here and then let's see, look at the text area. So now here we want to go to the next selection box. So right here you do have the legend of comments and then label comments and then text area comments. So let's actually copy this whole thing. Go down, go back to here. And let's put it over here. I think legend is no need to repeat, so let's delete the legend. So here it has a row over 5 rows and then column of 50 columns. So this column let's change it to 80. Row, let's change it to 10 rows. Okay, and then put your comment area here. So let's say save. And then let's go back to Berry Christian High School's page. Refresh. So now you have the comments right here. You can make it bigger if you like. Okay, this one is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now we want to read the value into the program. So same thing, you want to read the value to the program. So you actually would have to define the text area and text area strings. Let's actually copy this part. Let's go back to the page right there. Okay, let's actually go back to here after favorite teacher. Let's put it over here. So you will get a string of the text area value and read it into a string, and then later let's print it out as well. Okay, you will not be able to remember so many things, but what we can do right now is actually just give you the example. So later when you need to do your own programming, you know that what's going on. You should learn to do programming by yourself. Okay, later. We will help you to do that, okay? But right now, just knowing that we give you the introduction of how to design a page with these different form components. And later, when you design your own form, should be fine, okay? Should be fine. Now this one actually okay now, and then let's refresh it. Here I'm going to put some comment. I am a good student. And then let's submit and then comment I'm a good student. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so here I just show you different components and how they can be used and put into the page. But in your real final project design, you will be using the design box right here. Okay, so they do have the button, label, drop-down menu, text input, checkbox, radio box, text area, image, canvas, slider, chart, photo selection. Okay, these are different components that we introduced today in the form. Okay, this we introduced in the form. Okay, now we are going to go to the chapter 10. It's not the form anymore, so we are going to close this one. We are going to into the chapter 10. So I'm going to go to the web design. So we are going to give you more components to look at, okay? More component in the web page that you can handle. So in addition to this form, table, link, image, these different things we already added. So we are going to look at chapter 10. Chapter 10, we do have the video, and also you have iframe. Okay, iframe. So these are extra components that we would like to look at. Okay, so here we canvas, I think is too much. Let's look at the other input. Okay, so right here we have different inputs. So now we are going into chapter 10. That's actually using the embedded media. So embedded media, you have the iframe, you have the video, audio, and cameras. Okay, these different things that we can use. First, I'd like to look at iframe. Okay, iframe. So before we do iframe, let's actually look at what is iframe. So iframe is for use when you do YouTube. Okay, let's assume that, okay, this YouTube video we would like to put into a page. Okay, let's assume that we want to put this into a page. So let's actually go to here. Okay, so this one is chapter 9. So I'm going to open a new folder. So I'm going to actually create a chapter 10. Okay, so chapter 9, we work on the table and also the form. It actually is some component. Now, for chapter 10, we are going to look at the different extra component. Okay, so chapter 10, the first one, let's actually look at frame. So let's have the frame.html. Okay, so we will create a page with the iframe. Okay. So now let's actually, when you create a page, you still start with HTML. Okay, this page I would have a head. So for the head, you also need to put the title, the baby com link, those kind of things. But today I'm not going to use them. So because I don't want to waste our time. So next one, let me put the body. Okay. Now, after I am done with the basic file structure, now I'm going to actually get this video frame. So when you get it from this one, you do share. You want to share this video. So let's actually share this video. Let's share this video. So there's an embedded. You actually click the embedded. So here you do have a copy. Let's copy this one. And then just put the copy result over here. And it is a iframe. It is an iframe. So this iframe is 560 by 300 this, and then the website is right here. This video is right there. Title is this, and then you have a copyright, allow full screen, okay, whatever. Let's actually save it. After you save it, let's actually look at it. This one in chapter 10, so let's actually browse it. So first frame that we have is a YouTube frame. So YouTube frame, you do see this video in the page now, so you can click.
很可能你已经来过 Stanford，但是只是
Okay, so the
参观了
video
几
you
十
can
讲。
put into your web page now. Is that okay so far? Is that okay so far? You just
Yeah.
copy the frame. Did you see how I copy it? You just copy the frame from your page, from the page, okay? Okay, I'm just showing you, you should try, okay? So you can include other people's video. So basic is an iframe. So basic is an iframe that you do include from other people. Okay, so now let's actually do save. Now let's actually create another one. Let me copy this frame to another one. Let's actually do paste. So I'm going to change the name frame to frame number 2. So friend number one is using the iframe to put a video there. So friend number two, I'm going to go to the friend number two. Number one, I'm going to close. So friend number two, let me actually delete. Let's actually change it. So here, let's actually delete this link. Let's don't do this video link. Let's actually delete this link. That's actually this friend. Let's put in http www.eco24.com. Okay. And then right here, let's actually change it to be PC Academy homepage. Okay, frame folder, let me actually put the 10 pixel. Okay, this encrypted video, whatever web shape, this allow. I don't need this allow. Actually, I don't need this allow. Let me delete. Okay, refer whatever. Let's don't do it. Just have the basically have the source page and the frame folder. That's what I need. The title. This is things. So here, let me change it to width to 800, height to 1000. Okay, that's a new iframe. So first one, frame number one, I copy the iframe from the so-called YouTube. Iframe number two, I changed the link to my eco24.com. So that's a save. So let's look at the iframe number two. So go to chapter 10. Let's click on iframe number two. So iframe number two is what? What do you see? It's a page inside the page. I put my homepage, my school's homepage, eco24.com. I put that page into this page, frame2.html page. Is okay?
Yeah.
It's page in page. So iframe, you can put a video in page. You can also put a page in page. So this one is a page in page example. Frame number one is a video in page. Okay. In addition to this frame, we can also have a video. So let's do video.html. Okay, so that here actually let's copy the frame number one to video. So now I don't want to use iframe, so let me delete the iframe. So now let's go back to here. So let's actually do HTML video tag. Okay, so here you do have the video tag. So let me click on video tag. So video tag, let's copy the video tag. Okay. So put a video tag over here. So you do have this whatever things here, control, source file, PM4, browser support that. Okay, whatever. Let's keep it here. Okay, this is a video link. Okay. Let me copy some video over so you can use the video. Okay. Before we actually so this is, let's push it in. So previous one, we had a friend. Friend, you can have the friend from the YouTube. You can friend from another page. Now we look at how to embed the video. So before we embed the video, let me copy a video over. Okay. So the one that I'm going to copy over is the video that I created today. Let me use the video that I created today. So let me go to the road to UC Computer Science. And today I created the number 56. What is dual enrollment and what is AP, this one. So I'm going to copy this one called, this is WMV file. So let me copy this one. This one probably doesn't work. Let's see. It doesn't support a WMV. Let me choose if I do have the MPEG-4. Let me choose the MPEG-4. Let me choose, okay, I'm sorry. I just want an MPEG-4. So let me choose the MPEG-4 file instead of using this, okay? So I may use an unedited video. I may use an unedited video. The one that I have, it actually is edited video, but it's not MPEG-4. But I do need to use an MPEG-4 format in order to make it supported. So let me actually use. Let's see. Let's still pick this as 56. Right there, I do have a video called Zoom CN. Okay, it's a directly video generated by Room. So I actually call Room this MPEG-4. So let me copy this one. So copy. And let's put under this. Okay, this one chapter 10. Let's put it over here. Okay, because we are using MPEG-4, so we do not need to this OGG file. We don't need that. Okay, OGG is a different file format for video, so let's actually comment it out. Now this one is not movie.mp4. That's actually called roomcn.mp4. So that's the video that I copy over. Okay, now let's actually do save. And let's open the video. So click. You see the video that I generated by the Zoom is over here. Got included. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try audio. So here, let's see audio. Okay, let's see. Audio only. Let's acceptable. So the audio format that audio tag that allows is MP3, WAV. Okay, these are many different files that's actually allowing. Okay, that's not a problem. We can save it as a WAV file now. So let's see. We will have the audio. Okay, that's audio tag. I'm sorry. Except something wrong. Okay, let me delete it. Let me browse the audio again. Okay. How come it's so slow? Let's see. Okay. So there's HTML audio tag. Let's click it. Okay, so you have the type of this. No, I don't want to do that. Let's actually do this. Let's actually do audio tag WAV format. Okay, it's right here. Let me copy this one over. Okay. Now let me actually create a new page called audio. Okay, create a new page called audio. So this one I'm going to create HTML. Goes in with HTML. And then I'm going to have a head. Head. I'm going to have a button. Okay, now I will put the audio right here. Okay, so this one we have need to have a WAV file. Now we don't have a WAV file. Okay, it's okay. We are going to generate one. Okay, we're going to generate. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So instead of getting from outside, I'm going to record here. Okay, I'm going to record it. Okay. So the recording tool I'm using is called Audio Audacity. Okay, Audacity you can download from internet. So this one called Audacity. Let me actually sing a short song and then we can record it. Okay. Okay. Let's just skip. Okay. Skip. Okay. So this tool is called Audacity. It can be used to do recording. Okay. So I'm going to record some song. I'll sing a song and then I'm going to record it. After I record it, I'll generate a WAV file. Okay. Okay. I'm going to get started. Okay. So start. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when sky is gray. Okay, done. Done. Let me actually repeat again, okay? Do you hear it?
I don't hear any sound.
You don't hear any sound? The sound that I'm singing, you don't hear?
No.
Okay, let me try. Okay, let me try. Let me actually, do you hear me singing or no?
Well, I heard you singing, but not in the video, not in the recording.
Okay, not in the recording. So when I play the recording, you did not hear it?
No.
Okay, no problem. Okay, not a problem. So let me amplify it. Maybe it's too small. Let's actually do amplify in it. Okay, let's try again. Okay, amplify means that the recording maybe is very tiny volume, so you don't hear. That's actually creating. Did you hear it now or no?
It's a really glitchy and I can barely hear it.
So I think there's a problem. Okay, there's a problem. Let me do this. Okay, this one. I don't hear the glitch actually. I'm not sure what's going on wrong. Okay, maybe the software, maybe something. So let me save it first. Okay, let me actually save this one first. Let's import audio. So export to my computer. Here you do see it actually do have a file, right? It actually do have a file. So this one I'm going to save it as a WAV file, Microsoft WAV file. Okay, so let me actually save it, export it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me export it one more time. It's actually it goes to the wrong directory. So let's browse. It's not the directory I want. What I hear is very clear, okay? Very clear and okay sound to me, but I'm not sure why you cannot hear it. I'm not sure, but let's do it, okay? My purpose is just to showing you how to record some song, and then so this one, let's call it singing.wab. Okay, let's save it. Can we still go to the wrong direction? Okay, let's export it. Okay, now I export it. That's actually don't use the audacity to read it. Let's actually go to here. Let's actually play this. Let's see. Wait. I don't get it. I don't get a singing. Let me do one more time. So this one, let me do export audio. Where did I get it? Actually, this one. CS50 chapter 10 WAV file. I don't get it. Let me see if I put it to be MP3. Okay, let me try export it to MP3. So here let's call it singing.mp3. Okay, let's call it singing.mp3. Let's export it. Okay. And then right here, I still don't see it. What's wrong with it? Why I did not get it? Let me see. I think export. E-Drive, EC Academy, CS. Let me browse it one more time. It do have a singing. Yeah, I do have a singing the MP3. Let's actually save it one more time. So how comes that I don't see it on my hard disk? So it's in here in chapter 10. Let me see. Oh, okay, right here. Okay, so it do have the MP3 right here. Let's actually open it. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, good enough. So we do have the big audio. That's the purpose. Okay. Now, now this one doesn't work. So the WAV doesn't work. We are going to change it back to the MP3. Okay, so let's actually use it. So you need to choose the right file format to use. So right here, let's change it to MP3. They are MP3, the WAV, the WMA different files. So let's choose MP3. So let's copy this one and put it over here. And then we are going to change the file name. We don't use this one, audio. We change it to sing in MP3. Okay, let's actually save it. We will have, let's see. Now this audio, I want to have some control. So here I'm going to do with control. So control here, you do control S. Okay, let's actually copy the control S. Oh, it already has a control S. Okay, let's save it. Now let's actually look at the audio now. Let's actually look at the audio. So chapter 10, let's look at this audio. The audio had a control. This is the so-called control. So you embedded the audio and the audio has the control over here. Now use the control, you actually click play.
Oh, my sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when sky is gray. Okay, done.
Okay, hear me?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to show you is to put the video, audio, and also your extra pages into your pages now. So what we are teaching you right now is you have a HTML page. You put a label, you put an input box, you put a product menu, you put the audio there, you put a video there, you put a picture there, whatever, to build your page. Okay, that's what we teach you in HTML. Now, next week, we are going to teach you JavaScript. So JavaScript, okay, this page by HTML, we also call it static page. Static page means that after you design the page will not change. But when you have a JavaScript, we call it dynamic page. What is dynamic page? That means that when you click it, it will do something. When you click it, it will do something. So the page is called dynamic. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So far, it's only plain that is, or you have a page that it will just show you some information. This kind of pages, we call it static page. Static page means a page that content will not change. Okay, and then next week, we are going to teach you the dynamic page using JavaScript. So next week, we will start to teach you JavaScript language. Okay, where I'll teach you from scratch and also teach you how to do programming in the JavaScript. So in the whole process, I'll teach you from the very beginning part of the JavaScript, and I also teach you how to put them into the code.org as well. And then we'll help you to get started for your project, okay? Okay, I think that's what we have today, and we will conclude our HTML today right here, okay? Any questions so far?
No.
Do you have question for your school right now? No.
No,
Any-
because the teacher didn't teach anything new yet.
Okay. Okay, so did you work on the two things so far? Have you worked on the solo learning JavaScript?
Not yet.
Okay. So starting for the next week, you will have the code.org, but I would suggest you also to work on the solo learn JavaScript as well. Okay.
Okay.
You may like to work on this one. You may also like to work on the solo learn HTML. These two things that I want you to work on as well. Otherwise, you actually have no practice of your HTML. Is that okay?
Yeah.
These two things you need to pick up, okay? HTML. There's a third one, there's also CSS, but CSS may be too much for you right now. So just do the HTML and JavaScript, okay? I'll tell you when to start doing this, but we will teach you JavaScript next week. And I will need you to do some practice on those solo learn, okay? And you will pick up the language as well. And on the Thursday, you continue to do your code.org lesson unit 3, and then go to unit 5. And then we will, after you finish unit 5, we'll teach you to start a project. But at the same time, I will need you to also get started for HTML and JavaScript solo learn. So that will help you not only the project, but also your school's JavaScript, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So if you are okay, Monday you can come back for the coding practice. I will put you on the solo learn if you have the time on Monday. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then see you then. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.